Each of us is unique. The self-development methods that lead to success for one person may not work at all for another. Advice from books, the habits of successful people, motivational techniques, these are all helpful, but they are not universal. However, there is one tool that works for everyone, because it doesn't impose ready-made solutions. Instead, it helps you understand yourself. That tool is the journal. A journal is a snapshot of your inner world over time. It's not just a way to record events. It's a mirror in which your personality, thoughts, emotions, fears, and dreams are reflected. Only by looking at yourself from the outside can you understand how you are changing, what patterns of behavior are repeating, what really matters to you, and what is preventing you from moving forward. It's a tool that adapts to you, not the other way around. And most importantly, it helps you uncover your unique strategy for growth and development. That's why, for the past few years, I've been writing in my journal almost every day, even if it's just a little something. You can only see yourself if you describe yourself, and science backs this up. By describing your own experiences and events, you create a coherent narrative about yourself. You start to get an idea of who you are, how you live, and what you want. You gain more confidence in yourself, and your productivity grows. Your uncontrolled emotions become more coherent, understandable, and the once hidden black holes in your inner world are illuminated by a bright flashlight. Imagine that you've never seen your reflection, and then you look at yourself in a mirror. Something completely unusual happens at that moment. You're peering behind the scenes. This is the same with a journal. It's a mirror for your inner world. We start to understand things we didn't even know existed. That's why our stress levels drop, which is reflected in brain activity and lower levels of stress hormones. We get rid of anxious thoughts, depressive symptoms. We cope with mental traumas, and we recover faster from psychiatric illnesses. It's hard to believe, but simply writing down your life on paper helps you heal physical injuries faster, as well as reduce symptoms of asthma, arthritis, and cancer, improve blood pressure, lung function, liver health, and boost your immune system. Personally, what interests me most is the productivity and intellectual abilities that also improve. For example, in a 2001 study, researchers had participants keep a journal for a week, then measured their working memory. It turned out that it improved. In other words, it worked better. This has been confirmed by other studies as well. And it's no surprise since our minds are constantly cluttered with unprocessed junk. When we empty it onto paper, our minds are cleared. Your memory no longer holds an endless amount of facts, feelings, events, plans, and emotions. They are now on paper, and you can think about something more important. That's why people who keep journals improve their grades, skip work less, and recover more quickly from difficult life situations. It's no surprise that figures like Da Vinci, Einstein, Mark Twain, Marie Curie, Churchill, Benjamin Franklin, Darwin, and countless other great individuals kept journals. It's the most powerful self-discovery practice I know. So, how do you keep a journal? Ideally, you should take pen and paper every day and write something for about 15 minutes. The more emotionally, vividly, deeply, and thoroughly you describe your experiences and insights, the better. However, we know that it's hard to maintain this habit for long. So, the key principle is, a good journal is the one you keep. Personally, I prefer to write by hand in a nice journal. I don't write every day and don't force myself to express emotions, but I try to do it. Sometimes my journal is just 10 words and other times it's 1,000. Sometimes I talk to it. Sometimes I make a schedule. And if I'm too lazy to write, I just turn on a recording. Sometimes I write in long, complex sentences with beautiful linguistic turns, and sometimes my journal looks like an accountant's report. The main thing is to turn your inner world inside out and lay it before yourself. That's how I discover myself. I hope you'll be able to do the same.